Good morning, everyone. It's June 20th, 2024, and this is the KPPA Ad Hoc Budget Committee Special Meeting. So with that, Ms. Rankin, will you, Legal Services, opening statement, please.
Yes, sir. This is a special meeting of the KPPA Ad Hoc Budget Committee. This meeting is being broadcast via video teleconference pursuant to Kentucky Revised Statute Section 61.826 and may be viewed by the public at the Kentucky Public Pensions Authority offices at 1260 Louisville Road in Frankfort, Kentucky. It is also being broadcast to the public via Facebook. I ask if you are speaking or not appearing by video, please identify yourself before talking. In the event the video or audio broadcast is interrupted, we will attempt to reestablish a connection. If a connection cannot be reestablished within 30 minutes, the meeting will be adjourned and rescheduled to another date. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Rankin, roll call, please.
Yes, sir. Mr. O'Meara
Here.
and Mr. Lang.
Here.
Thank you.
And do we have any?
And there's no public comment today.
All right. Thank you very much. The next order of business, approval of meeting minutes, which is in the packet. Do I have a motion?
I'll make the motion at the meeting of minutes of June the 6th, I believe, be approved.
And I'll second. Any discussion, corrections? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. So those are approved. And for the rest of the story, let's turn it over to Mr. Lamb.
Thank you, Mr. O'Meara. In the packet, you have a memo and a PowerPoint presentation. The memo is very detailed about all of the things that this budget committee has done over the past few months, and it would be presented to the KPPA board on June 27th for their approval. You will ask the KPPA board to approve the separation expenses, the hybrid percentage, the admin budget, and the investment budget. I do want to talk to separation expenses in a little bit, but before I do that, is there any questions on the detail of the memo and or the summarized PowerPoint presentation that just summarizes the detail of the memo?
Well, I'll say I read through it and thought that it was very well presented. Lots of detail that cover all of the items that we've gone over. Appreciate all the hard work.
Thank you. You will notice in the admin budget, I think when we approved it last meeting, it had unrounded numbers, and so I've rounded all of them. So that might have changed the exact numbers by line item and by category. So I don't know if we want to reapprove that admin budget to go forward to the KPPA board as presented with rounded numbers.
Is this on page 12 of the presentation?
Yeah, it's that page that Sherry's got on right there. So it's the yellow column that has all been rounded.
Unless you feel it's necessary, I think we've already approved it.
Okay. So sounds good.
You okay with that?
I'm fine with that.
All right, so let me talk about separation expenses for just a moment. Sherry, if you want to go back to probably the first page of the memo, second page of the memo, there it is, yeah. So that number that we had, 402,707, was last year's number. I've been tracking this year's amount. Currently, we sit at 378,606. That is with the CERS General Counsel and KRS General Counsel's invoices through May. We haven't seen a June invoice for CERS yet, and I've talked to Mr. Chilton on the KRS, where we may get a invoice for them tomorrow, and then maybe another one by the end of June. So here's the dilemma that we face. The separation expenses by statute are to cover expenses through June 30, 2024. As we close our books at the end of June, there's a really tight timeline to meet the state's closing requirements. They need to be closed by July 8th. there's a holiday in there and a weekend. So in order for KPPA to process these invoices for June, if we receive them near the end of June or the first day of July, it would be hard to capture them in time to approve the separation expenses. The only issue we have is the KRS ones. So let's just assume that the CERS General Counsel's invoices come in July and they relate to June, and we pay them in July and we account for them in July. Next year, they will still be charged to C because they are C-specific expenses, and that's not an issue. It's the K General Counsel invoices that if they come in July and get paid out of July, they should be considered separation expenses, at least the June billing that we receive in July, because that council was formed because of the separation of the two boards. And in next year, I would not necessarily be able to identify them as CERS expenses because they're KRS expenses. So that's the dilemma I face, and I'm just throwing that out for discussion. The billing that we get from Denton's will be related to June 2024, and I think it's appropriate to charge them to the C system when we receive them. But I probably need permission to do that from you guys, and then also I'll need to talk to the board, the KPPA board, about it on the 27th. The last invoice we got from Denton's was $3,000. So I don't anticipate it being a large invoice that comes near the end of June or in July related to June. So that's the dilemma I face. Welcome to have some discussion about it.
Are you making an adjustment?
I don't think so. I mean, the statute says expenses incurred through June.
Yep.
So they're going to be incurred. They're just not going to be settled or finalized until July. And I don't want to
So you could do an estimate, or you could and adjust that.
I could adjust it, yes, and charge it to C in July.
Do we have any idea if it's going to be material?
Again, the last one was 3,000. I don't.
Sometimes they're zero.
Yeah, it could very much be.
Well, I guess I'm hesitating on why it's a problem. Yes, whatever June activity that is received in the next year meets the criteria. So you can have that appear in next year's statements as separation cost and explain it. Or you could accrue that into June. Or you could do an estimate and then do a true up in 25. I would look to you as to what is the best way to track, monitor, and report.
Fair enough. Let's Mr. Owens and Mr. Chilton have their hands up.
Correct.
Mr. Owens, you want to go first?
Yes, Mike, I just forwarded to you the email that I sent on June 11th for the June CERS attorney billing.
So if you read that invoice, Mr. Owens, it says the total billing through May is this invoice. So I'm assuming they're going to have some June expenses also for CERS that will come.
No, you had asked that we have that by the 20th of June, and their preparation for the 11th was through June.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so you believe that Bronco is done billing for this fiscal year?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Chilton?
Yeah, as I understand what Bill just said, any expenses incurred by Denton's during June, whenever paid, will be assigned to CERS. If that's what he said, I have no more, really don't have a question.
That's what I meant, and it's just a matter of how we want to capture and report it. It's
Yeah.
explainable, whether it's 24 or 25.
Yeah,
Right.
I have no issue capturing and reporting it, and having it approved subsequent to June 30. Maybe in the next KPPA board meeting. I just wanted to make sure that we were all on the same page, that if we get a June-related invoice in July that gets paid out of July funds, that I can assign it as separation costs to CERS.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, I think, and the fact that it appears to be relatively de minimis, and can be shifted and adjusted later, I think we shouldn't be spending a whole lot of time, your time worrying on that, Mike.
As well as many other things. Okay, so that was the biggest issue that I have. So in the KPPA meeting, I'll make a comment that maybe the separation costs aren't finalized. I may know more by the time of that meeting, and that we will delay approving that probably until they are finalized.
If you want, you can come up with whatever your total is with an asterisk, saying we're still waiting on the capture KRS June billing.
Okay, yeah, I can do that.
Because let's say that you sell it.
So with that is really all I have for this meeting. I don't have any more work done on the KPPA budget policy, so I didn't present any changes to that today. But if we're comfortable with what we have in this memo and this PowerPoint presentation, then I will move forward with presenting that to the KPPA board next week.
Mike, I did not highlight when I read what I thought was a very significant statement, but maybe you can find it for me. In your explanation of how this administration budget is developed, you were going through and saying this is what was approved by the legislature and by the budget office. And then we then take that and put it in a more detailed manner to be reported to the board.
Yeah, so it's on my page 6, Sherry. It's probably, it's on the page where the admin budget starts. Yep, so if you page down under the chart, I think that's where it starts. So this says that the admin budget total of 48 million has been approved.
I'm still searching, hold on.
Yeah, gotcha.
After separation, hybrid, okay, I'm on the page, it's on page 11.
Yeah, page down, right, to paragraph right under that, here. So I state that, this is approved by the legislature, 48.9 million, and then we've reviewed historical spending and we take that amount and try to allocate it.
I just want you to highlight it.
Well, okay, in the KPPA board meeting, fair enough. I can do that.
I mean, I just think it focuses on what we're really doing.
No problem.
That was my only contribution for the day. So does anyone have anything else for Mike or the packet? I thought it was well done. It goes over the documents well.
I would agree. I think it's consistent with the improvements we've made in the whole KPPA management process over the past few years. And congratulations to Mike.
Well, I would echo that, as well as the staff that helped him prepare all that, and the staff that helped us and support these meetings. So a appreciation out to everyone. If there's no other business, we can adjourn the meeting and thank everyone for their time. All right, thank you all, appreciate it.